Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Thank you very much, Father Terreno, for seeking the Lord's intervention on our behalf. We're gathered here this afternoon to partake in the official signing ceremony awarded for the construction and equipping of a production facility for the Castlebrooks Secondary School. It is a very gratifying and significant occasion for all of us associated with this project in one way or another, since we are fully aware of how tangibly this project will positively impact the lives of families stretching from the Karinago territory to Petit Soufrière. I say this because while the project is essentially providing technical and vocational education training, TVET, for ensuring that students fulfill the TVET syllabus, nevertheless, we must be equally mindful that it will directly be contributing to the nutritional health, technical knowledge, entrepreneurial skills, and livelihood of the kids. And of course, we all must connect the students to home, and you could do the multiplying effect. This is surely a great reason why we all have joined in with the school to celebrate this reward. So we will be witnessing shortly the signing ceremony and actual signing of the contract between the Government of Dominica and the contractor Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited for undertaking the Castlebrooks Secondary School production facility. The project is under the Basic Needs Trust Fund 9th program, which other speakers after me will happily tell you more about this. At this point, it is my honor and privilege to call to the fore the chairperson of the Village Council, Mistress Angelica Gasper, to give us the welcome. Mistress Gasper. Give me a minute.
Thank you, Mr. Lucien. Good afternoon, all. Honorable Rosalind Paul, Minister for Sports, Culture, and Community Development. Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, and Parliamentary Representative for the Castlebrooks constituency. Other members, other honorable members of the Cabinet, Mr. Lucien Blackmore, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sports, Culture, and Community Development. Other Permanent Secretaries, Father Godfrey Tarimo, Parish Priest of the Castlebrooks Village, Mr. Matthew Carrett, Project Manager of B.N.T.F. Members of the local government and other staff members of Ministry of Sport, Culture, and Community Development. Members of the Castlebrooks Village Council, Mr. Haradine Scotland, Principal of the Castlebrooks Secondary School, and other staff members and students. B.N.T.F. staff, representative of the contractor, Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited. other invited guests, members of the media, residents of Casabros, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is with great pleasure I stand here this afternoon as chairperson of the Casabros Village Council to welcome you to this signing ceremony, a very important gesture happening in our community. I welcome each and every one of you to Casabros, though it is raining, but you took the time to come here this afternoon. I must say that Casabros have always been getting a piece of the pie, and this is another share of the pie. And I want to say thanks for choosing Casabros. With these few words, I want to say welcome everybody.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Gasper. Mr. Carrot has been associated with this project for a very long time, and of course, he together with the other beneficiaries, especially the principal of the school and staff, would appreciate the journey that they have gone thus far. And so for me, it is a privilege and an honor to call to the podium Mr. Carrot so he could give you an overview of the project. Mr. Carrot.
Yeah, thank you very much. Honorable Rosalind Paul, Minister for Sports, Culture and Community Development. Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, National Excellence, and Parliamentary Representative for the Casabros constituency. Other honorable members of Cabinet, Mr. Lucien Blackman, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Community Development. Father Godfrey Tarimo, Parish Priest of Casabros, staff of the Local Government Division, and the staff of the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Community Development. Ms. Angelica Gasper, Chairperson of the Casabros Village Council, and other members of the Village Council. Mr. Harold in Scotland, Principal of the Casabros Secondary School, and staff and students of the Casabros Secondary School. I'm thinking of my old school. We have B.N.T.F staff, project engineer, representative of the contractor, Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited, all invited guests, members of the media, residents of Casabros, ladies and gentlemen. The ceremony today marks the continuation of activities that we have embarked on for the past few days. We have, through the Basic Needs Fund Trust Fund 9 program, we continue to invest in rural communities as we seek to empower and build capacity and improve access to basic services in needy communities. And today's activity is no different. I remember the journey that we embarked on to get to this point. And it has been a long journey. I remember the many consultations. I remember the visits. And I remember the time when we came here, when the Honorable Minister for Education was the then principal of the Casabros Secondary School. So I see her, the minister, she has moved on, and so we have moved on with the project also. Thank you. a lot of emphasis is placed on education. And just to say that over the past few programs, particularly B.N.T.F 7, over 50% of the investments was made in that sector, education. I think it speaks to the needs in our country and an appreciation of the importance of education in the society. We are aware of the importance of TVET in our schools, and so when this project was submitted, CDB clearly understood the need to continue to support such activity as part of improving the school curriculum. And so we are here today to enhance the learning support for students, the Castlebrose Secondary School, and the Castlebrose community by extension. So what are we going to be signing today? In excess of $630,000, a tidy sum for this community. So the production facility entails the construction of a chicken coop, approximately 20 feet by 25 feet. It is a concrete structure with a timber and galvanized roof. It's going to be properly finished, the plastering, painting, waterproofing of the floors. We'll provide troughs and feeders. And additionally, provision is made for small cages, hatching pens, and breeding pens, and the associated plumbing and electrical works. The second component is the construction of a slaughterhouse, approximately 30 feet by 32 feet. It's also a concrete structure with a timber and metal roof. We have similar finishes like painting and plastering, the plumbing and electrical works. And we also provide for the installation of waste basins, aluminum tables, and knife sanitizers. Hygiene has to be the order of the day list. And to complement this, we are going to provide a washroom facility. We aim to ensure that we have this facility, washroom facility, to complement the poultry coop and the slaughterhouse. We anticipate that this project will be completed in about 3 months. But I need to say that in addition to these works, B.N.T.F is also providing complementary support. They are not part of the contract, but they are associated works. And that includes the provision and installation of 2 greenhouses to assist with your agricultural program. To the extent that a contract has already been signed with a supplier, Natural Farming and Water Solutions, for the supply and installation of 2 greenhouses at a cost of $48,826. We spoke to the supplier recently, and things are in motion, and we anticipate that soon we'll be ready for the installation of these greenhouses. So as I've echoed in the past, we seek to create and supply a very holistic product. And that is what B.N.T.F is all about, And creating opportunities where persons in needy and rural communities can gain access to such supplies. So after this long journey, it has been a long journey, a lot of meetings, it is indeed gratifying for us at B.N.T.F to be able to say to the community, to the school, that we are ready to deliver. And indeed, to the ceremony signals that we are about to deliver. In a few months' time, I hope they will to say, we have delivered. So thanks for your patience over the years, the community, the school. I will just end by knocking the principal of it by saying, you know, we understand your nature, your feistiness, and your need, your push, but it is still coming while you are now the party rep of this constituency. So thanks for the support, thanks for the encouragement, and I wish you all well this day. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carrot. And of course, by your mentioning, you could see the elated faces right across the room, and the envy, I guess, as well. To be someone at the helms, at the teaching at the time, conceptualizing the project, have decided to get into politics, became the PAL rep, and now you have an interest as a PAL rep. And above and beyond that, you're now the minister responsible for education, for which the TVEC program is a component of. And further than that, I know from listening to Honorable Alfred, she is very passionate about the TVEC program. So it is indeed for me an absolute honor to join in the elation this afternoon to welcome to the podium, hold on, Minister, Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training and National Excellence, and indeed the parliamentary representative for the Castle-Bruce constituency. Honorable Alfred.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Honorable Rosalind Paul, Minister for Sports, Culture and Community Development, other cabinet members, my colleagues, Mr. Blackmore, Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Sports, Culture, Community Development, Father Tarimu, Parish Priest for Castle-Bruce, Mr. Matthew Carrot, Project Manager of the B.N.T.F, the DDO and other local government representatives, and other staff of the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Community Development, Ms. Gasper, outgoing chairman of the Castle-Bruce Village Council, Mr. Scotland, principal of the Castle-Bruce Secondary School, students of the Castle-Bruce Secondary School, and the staff members who are around, B.N.T.F staff, members of the health team, representative of the Agriculture Division in Castle-Bruce, former parliamentary representative, Honorable, who will always be Honorable Johnson Drago, representative of the Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited, other invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Here we are again to make another presentation to another of our schools under the Basic Needs Trust Fund. Over the past weeks, we have been seeing similar interventions at various schools to improve the teaching and learning environment and to ensure that students are able to thrive. The B.N.T.F has, over the years, extended significant support to the Ministry of Education and indeed has made its mark on this country's social and economic development. With a focus on education and human resource development, as well as the general improvements of livelihoods, we continue to see the impact of the fund across Dominica. I wish once again on this occasion to extend our deepest gratitude to the B.N.T.F for facilitating these improvements to physical structures of our schools. And as an educator, I know that the physical environment of the school is important because of the contribution that safe, clean, and comfortable surroundings can make to the students' learning. A well-maintained and safe physical environment fosters students' ability to learn, to show improvement in achievement scores, and to exhibit appropriate behavior. Creating a positive environment is necessary in order for teachers to teach effectively and for students to be receptive to learning. Facilities in good conditions, including low noise level, cleanliness, access to water, and absence of overcrowding, are not only conducive to learning, but essential for students and staff, their overall health and well-being. Teachers also benefit from quality physical structure, which boosts their ability to deliver effective instruction. Simply put, people are happier and more productive in cleaner, safer environments. The B.N.T.F has done a lot to ensure that we have those cleaner, safer environments. Just recently, we handed over equipment and supplies to the Sansover Primary School amounting to $289,526.69. That was after rehabilitation work at Sansover was done at the cost of $296,950. In the case of the Castle Secondary School, we are happy to note that a well-equipped greenhouse, a chicken coop, and a slaughterhouse will be provided here. The Castle Secondary School offers plant and animal husbandry as part of its agriculture science curriculum, and now they were unable to do practicals due to the damage caused to its chicken coop during the 2017 Hurricane Maria. This package will cost $632,217.90. When we wrote up this project, we thought we were very ambitious. But if you know me, I said, let's take our chances. Our project was approved and Erica came. And we felt that we were losing our project because somebody said to me, when there's a natural disaster in a country, a lot of projects funds may be redirected. So I said, at least give us the greenhouse now. At least the greenhouse. And you know, I had almost forgotten about this project. And then it's like an Easter Sunday, a resurrection happened, and the project came back alive. And so today, I am glad. The Bible says, some will sow, some will water, and some will reap. Maybe those who will reap might not remember who sow, but I'm saying I am very happy that I was in the sowing process, and I'm happy that I will still be in the reaping process. The assistance of the B.N.T.F will come in handy, not only to prepare our students for CXC, but also to present the opportunity to engage in fundraising for the school. We welcome this assistance, which will allow for students to engage in animal husbandry and sell their produce to the community. This project will not only touch the lives of the Castle constituents, from Good Hope all the way down to Castle, all the way up to Formel, but it will also touch the lives of people from the Lapland constituency, because we have Lapland students here, the Grand Forks constituency, because we have Grand Forks students here, and the Salibia constituency, because that's where they come. And whatever happened there, they're going home with their share. In a rural community, we welcome this kind of activity because it is well suited for the community and for the times. It is only logical that our students who grew up in the farming communities also learn how to grow their own food as well, and to raise their own animals that they depend on to feed themselves and their families. Further, as we continue to feel the effects of climate change, we need for countries to ensure food security, because this is becoming urgent. The Ministry of Education wants to empower our students to take charge of their future and to create new opportunities for themselves in an ever-changing world. By imparting these valuable skills, we hope they will become self-sufficient and able to contribute to the future well-being of Dominica. The Casibus constituency is well poised to take ownership of this project, because not only will students be doing slaughtering, but goat raising, cattle rearing, and all of those other animal husbandry products and processes are becoming more and more popular. Once upon a time, one person was tying one little goat on the roadside. Now we have how many farmers with all like 18, 19, 20 goats. And they will be able to come in a well-prepared, with sanitary facility to do their slaughtering and go with their meat. So all of us will benefit from this project. With the Casibus community, the Casibus constituency, we will continue to produce. We'll continue to ensure that our people grow what they eat and eat what they grow. Once again, I place on record the gratitude of the Ministry of Education and the gratitude of the Casibus community, because certainly this is a project that everyone here will benefit from. It is my hope that these facilities will be put to productive use and that our children will learn and grow their skills from these new additions to their school. I look forward to the completion of this project. I look forward to the completion of this project, and maybe we could say my project, my baby, and I wish all involved the best. God bless you. God bless Casibus constituency. God bless Dominica. God bless the Ministry of Education. God bless B.N.T.F. God bless you all. Jesus love you, and I love you too. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much indeed, Honorable Alfred. And of course, you can say without any fear of contradiction, it is your project. For you are now the minister responsible for education, and we are treating on your behalf. So we are your humble servant, ensuring that your project will come to fruition. On this note, I wish to call on Honorable Rosalind Paul, the minister responsible for sports, culture, and community development, because community development is the flagship ministry pioneering such undertaking. So I will call on Honorable Paul to give us a few remarks this afternoon.
Good afternoon to everyone. Let me. So how this got taller than me? And only taller than me, no? Sorry. Let me pay recognition to Honorable Octavia Alfred, Minister for Education, Human Resource Planning, Vocational Training, and National Excellence, as well as the parliamentary representative for the Casibus constituency. My other cabinet colleagues who are here, I see Senator Oscar George, Honorable Kent Edwards, Honorable Greta Roberts, Senator Riviere. Father Godfrey Tarimo, I only know today is Godfrey Tarimo, Chairman of the Village Council, Mrs. Gaspar, Permanent Secretary, Mr. Lucian Blackmore in the Ministry of Sports, Culture, and Community Development, Mr. Matthew Carrett, Project Manager of the Basic Needs Trust Fund, District Development Officer for the area, Mrs. Gage, Florence Gage, Miss Scotland, Mrs. Scotland, the principal of Mr. Scotland, Haroldine Scotland. Oh, sorry, I thought it was a lady. Principal of the secondary school, staff of the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Community Development, and B.N.T.F staff, representative for the contractor, Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited, students of the school, if you have any parents represented here, members of the media, residents of Cassibruce, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, good afternoon. This event marks the 5th contract signing ceremony for the Basic Needs Trust Fund Program 9. And when we leave here, we are going to Woodford Hill to make it the 6th project we are signing for this week. B.N.T.F 9 is made up of 7 projects. So there's another one to come on stream very shortly where we'll be signing contracts for a major project as well that will be in Mount Prosper water supply. So we are on the roll this week as the Ministry of Sports, Culture and Community Development seeks to, through the Basic Needs Trust Fund, to enhance the quality of life of families and communities across Dominica and to alleviate poverty. The B.N.T.F has been in existence or has been operating in Dominica since 1979. And if what we are doing this week signifies the work that they've been doing, you can well understand the impact that they have had throughout the decades on the lives of Dominicans. By this afternoon, we will have signed contracts at a sum of $5.3 million. This is significant investment in people. And 3 of the 6 projects are under the category called Education and Human Resource Development. We know that the human resource is the most important resources of a country. And this project in particular here targets the young people. So it is a very, very important project. The 3 included, we did Mount Prosper, trying to enhance the environment and security. We also are expanding the community high school and equipping them for new technology. And today we are here in Cassibruce with a focus on agriculture and vocational skills. And you would note that the Ministry of Education, we have vocation in the nomenclature of the Ministry of Education. This means that the government is putting increased focus on technology and vocations for our schools and our children. And you would have noted how important that modern technology is to education. COVID-19 made that very, very visible. So today we are here for this project. The Cassibruce Secondary School offers plant and animal husbandry as part of its agricultural science curriculum. And they started even before Hurricane Maria. And with the advent of the effects of Hurricane Maria, whatever they had was affected. But today they are going to get so much more. So it's not only we are going to rebuild, but we are going to rebuild better and in a more sustainable manner. The project will definitely provide better opportunity for the children, the students who will benefit in terms of the CXC, Caribbean Vocational Qualification, that's CVQ, and also TVET. TVET is becoming increasingly important to the secondary school education program. And what we need to emphasize as well, when we talk of CVQ, when you have a Caribbean vocational qualification, CVQ, you can operate not only in Dominica, but in the entire CARICOM. So this is widening the opportunities for our young people, not only that they can function in the home country, but in the entire region. This project, as was earlier mentioned, is expected when completed and in operation, the training starts and the agricultural activities start. It is going to be so very important to stimulating and sustaining young people's interest in agriculture. And while I didn't recognize it's asleep, I see we have an agricultural extension officer here, Mr. Alfred, and I would think that he will be working very closely with the school. It's also going to impact on skill building, as I said, in technology and vocational, especially in terms of agriculture. We hear of greenhouses, so we expect there will be greenhouse technique in agriculture. We hear of having a slaughterhouse, so this is going to really empower our young people in the various skills that they are going to have. Further, when we speak of production or livestock, we speak of poultry, we know that you are going to contribute to the nutrition of the people around and probably even provide for the abattoir. And eventually, we would hope that this helps to reduce our food import bills. So it's not only going to have an impact on the communities, but I think it can have a national impact as well. So again, we see the importance of education and the importance of agriculture in the school, but also totally when we talk of the agricultural subsector. So we cannot underestimate the value of a project like this when we can speak of over $600,000 that will be invested. But in monetary terms, it is only $600,000, but we can multiply that by 10 in terms of the expected outcome and impact of such a project. So it will also benefit the community, the wider community. In terms of agribusinesses, we would expect that in future that we will have quite a number of young people interested in agribusiness because they'll be stimulated, they'll be trained, and they will have the necessary knowledge and skills to be able to get into entrepreneurship, into enterprise, and into agribusiness. So I want to just applaud the Basic Needs Trust Fund. I want to applaud those who proposed this project, including my colleague here. And I want to encourage other schools to begin to do the same, because youth participating in agriculture is very, very important to the sustainability of the economy of Dominica. We will always remain an agri-based country, and a project like that doesn't only speak to, well, it actually speaks to the holistic development of our students, which is very critical to the entire national development of this country. So I want to applaud and thank you for this project and continue to say that we remain committed as a ministry, because it is all about ensuring community development, ensuring active participation. And one of the things I appreciate very much with the Basic Needs Trust Fund process is the fact that from doing the needs assessment to project preparation to project implementation, there is the active participation of the beneficiaries and the community, ensuring that people are empowered while you build capacity. So thank you very much for this project, and we remain committed to the development of communities across Dominica.
Thank you very much, Honorable Paul. At this point, I wish to call on the representative for the contractor, Construction and Industrial Equipment Limited, to come forward to the signing. Thank you. It's all sealed right now and signed. So, Mr. Principal, it is very much in the output line right now. So it's within your purview, it's under your jurisdiction. And at this point, I figure it would be fitting. It would be fitting if we do the vote of thanks and then do the actual breaking on the ground. And on this note, we will call to the podium Mr. Harold Dean Scotland, the principal of the Castlebros Secondary School, to deliver the vote of thanks. Mr. Scotland.
Good afternoon, all. It's normally said that good things come to those who wait. In Castlebros, we have waited. Today is the day for Castlebros. Castlebros is on the map, and we are saying thanks. We are a great beneficiary today, and there are a number of persons we want to thank in ensuring that the project became a reality. And so where do we start? Mrs. Alfred, we thank you for such an inspiring speech. To the many government ministers who are here, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Reverend Tarimo, your prayer was well done. The chairperson of the Village Council, the outgoing, thank you for starting things off with us for prayer. The B.N.T.F staff, they work tirelessly with Castlebros. The many meetings, various trips, to ensure that the project became a reality. So the staff of B.N.T.F, put your hands together for the B.N.T.F staff. We also need to recognize the CDB, because had the loan not been signed, we would not have been here today. Local government, thank you. We saw your effort to ensure that things were on stream. The media, you have us live on stream. We say thank you for being here. To many other invited guests, we are grateful that you saw it fit to be here this afternoon. Our drivers who ensure persons were here safely, our caterers to ensure that we will be fed, we are saying thanks. The persons who ensure that the place was well set up, in everything, give thanks. Mrs. Alfred mentioned that she was the negotiator. She ensured that this project became a reality. But myself, I'm a person who enjoys writing projects. This is B.N.T.F 9, and I'm hoping to continue in her legacy by writing another project. I want to be greedy, but I'm hoping that the B.N.T.F team will see a project, one that is viable, and sponsor a project again. And so to all those who are here listening, the media, we say thank you. And we at Castleboro Secondary, we are hoping that this mammoth sum invested in our school and the communities in general, we want to assure you that we'll do everything possible to ensure that the program continues to live up to expectation. And we will do what is possible, everything possible, to ensure we show gratefulness. So once again, thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Scotland. And while we're thanking, I think it is also fitting that we recognize the continued identifying and solidarity of the former parliamentary representative, Mr. Johnson Drago. Also, I wish to single out the effort made by the local government division staff, and more so the district development officer for the area, Mrs. Gage, for ensuring that we are all taken care of in record time. And on this note, we'll proceed with being led by the head table to the side to do a quick long break-in, and then you will be refreshed accordingly. So thank you very much for coming.